What's up, guys? Welcome back to Veteran Aquatics. My name is Dylan, and today I have a really awesome video for you guys. I found this gentleman, his name is Myles. He had bred some bettas and was, looking to sell a couple, so I stopped by his house, I checked out his setup, and we talked for quite a while, about how he was able to breed the bettas, how he took care of the fry, all that stuff. And man, it is super cool to see all these little bettas and to kind of learn more, about one of the most commonly kept fish in the hobby. Almost everybody started or at some point had a betta or has a betta. So to see somebody that went from new fish keeper to betta breeder really quick is really, really awesome. So if you guys want to see his awesome bettas, his breeding setup, all of his tanks and his different fish, make sure you stay tuned. Now, as always, don't forget, I have a lot of really cool DIY projects coming up. We're going to be building an entire fish room from the ground up. Alright? We're going to be doing some breeding projects. We're going to be building some stuff. I have a few really, really awesome ideas that I can't wait to go ahead and share with you guys. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can see the future content. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so I came here to get some bettas from this gentleman today, so I'm actually going to have him talk about how he ended up breeding his bettas and stuff like that, and he'll kind of explain to you how he managed to do it. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, my name's Myles. How are you all doing?
Alright Myles, when did you start keeping fish?
I started keeping fish, I want to say, about less than a year ago actually, getting into the whole thing.
Less than a year ago and already breeding bettas.
Well, that happened by accident.
We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
So what was the first fish you actually bought?
The first ones I got were tetras. I started up a 10-gallon tetra tank and I loved it. It was fun.
And what got you into bettas?
I remember having them as a kid, and then I was starting to breed these, or not breed the tetras. I had these tetras, and I was like, oh, I got a betta. I was in PetSmart, and I picked one up, and I got back into it.
All right, so we're here because I wanted to pick up some bettas from you. So let's talk about how did you get the bettas to breed?
So I picked up a betta, and then I had that for about, I want to say like 3 months. And then I went back to PetSmart, and I don't know what made me do it, but I ended up picking up a female. And by luck, I threw her in the tank. I didn't follow all the proper procedures, I guess, per se, but I threw her in there, and then within one day, they started breeding, which that doesn't normally happen, so I was very excited.
So you had an accidental breeding of bettas.
I guess if you want to call it that.
That's
yeah.
Awesome. So what was your first thought when you realized that they had bred?
Well, I had no experience with breeding bettas or breeding fish in general, so I had to literally become a father and start breeding and like doing my research on all this, and I was successful with it, which I thought it was going to be harder, but I was following groups on Facebook and getting a lot of information and knowledge from them, and it was very helpful.
So once you had the fry hatch, how did you take care of them?
So, like I said, it's, you're just doing your research. So what you do, you gotta have the father in there for a little bit, and then they kind of do their own thing. And once they hit this point called free swimming, is when you keep the father in there a little bit longer, and then you take him out, and then they're kind of on their own. You gotta start feeding them. There's special foods you feed them. I elected to make my own brine shrimp, baby brine shrimp, which they loved. So. What was really cool about it is that first month, they grow so quickly. So once that started happening, they started showing colors and stuff like that. So I want to say they were in the breeding tank for about, I want to say like 3-4 weeks.
Okay. So after going through this process and kind of having to learn it on the fly, what's the biggest piece of advice you'd give to somebody that wanted to do this, or maybe had it happen by accident like you did?
Well, make sure you're ready. Don't do what I did. But make sure you're prepared. I had to do, like you said, a lot of on-the-fly things. I had to buy extra tanks and stuff. But some advice, just have fun with it too. It's really cool and enjoyable to see them grow up and almost feel like you created something. Yeah.
Yeah, because while you're technically not the parents, you're taking care of the parents and the fry, so
Exactly.
you're now a fish daddy.
That's how it works.
All right, so why don't we go and actually take a look at these mini bettas. All right, so we're gonna take a look at his setup and just kind of see, how he's got everything set up. So the first thing is this tank full of mini bettas. So they're all, did you say they were born in January?
Yeah, January 28th, so they're about 3 months old now.
So these are all about 3 months old. There are maybe some males in here, but this is a mostly female tank. You can see that they've got a lot of color and a surprising amount of variation. I mean, you can see like kind of a mustard one there, that one's red, that one's pretty much solid blue. And this is what happens when you have baby bettas. You get a bunch of
small
them.
batch too. I mean, some people can get up to 300. I got like 50, but
Oh man, I cannot imagine having 300. And then we look down,
some bigger ones.
and he's kind of sorted out the bigger ones and the ones that look more like males. Now they're still young, so it's going to be hard to exactly determine, what is what. But we've got more down there. And we've got this pretty adult.
And actually, the father's actually the one on the left.
And then we have the daddy to this batch.
So if you can get them to come up.
Down here.
Here it is.
And you'll see that's where they get the little mustard color from.
Yeah, here's the blue mustard.
And these are the
winners.
The winners. These are the ones that I've picked. So I have, hopefully, three or four females in here and 3 males. Because redfishy needs a girlfriend.
Definitely looks like he got 2 females out of it.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
But these are all really pretty, and like I said, there's a surprising amount of variation just in the one batch. So it's pretty awesome to know that you're not going to get a bunch of clone-like bettas. And then we have more down here. So this is a real basic setup, but he's done what he needed to, He wasn't prepared for it, so he had to learn on the fly and make it work. And this goes along, again, he did his research when he realized the situation he was in, and as you can see, it worked out very well for him. He's got all these beautiful little bettas, and he's going to propagate them throughout the hobby. And so over here, this is the one that he kept from that batch. So I love this one. He almost looks like a crown tail. But this is...
I don't know what mommy was, so...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But just by the fins and kind of the way there's individual spines poking out, he almost looks like a crown tail. But
I was noticing that on some of them.
Yeah, so there's probably some crown tail in there. But yeah, this is from that batch. This is the super winner, the one that gets to stay with the original one. He's also got this beautiful marble dragon half moon that he ordered off of Prism Bettas. It's so cool. I love his colors. Red, white, and blue. Black. Nice black in the tail. But yeah, and all of his tanks look good. He's taking care of his tanks. He's taking the time to decorate them to a degree. They're not super aquascaped, but they all look nice. And this is the other one that he kept from this batch. So he's got the nice blue on his dorsal fins and on his anal fin, but he's also got that nice mustard color on his pectoral fins back there. So out of this batch, he's gotten some very nice bettas, and these ones have grown up quite well. So he's done a very good job keeping them. Alright guys, so that was our interview with Myles. I ended up getting quite a few bettas from him. He was trying to kind of rehome some of them, so he cut me a really great deal. So I'm going to be growing these bettas out, and when they get big enough, I'm going to try my hand at betta breeding as well. So if you want to see that, if you want to see the new fish room that I'm going to build, any of the really cool upcoming projects that I have coming on, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 400. You guys have been phenomenal, and I sincerely appreciate everyone who's taken the time to stop by the channel and to subscribe. It means a lot as somebody that had never been a content creator before, to actually be able to have an impact and to start gaining traction And you guys have been really supportive and really appreciative of some of the videos I've put out. So there's just so much stuff coming up, and I'm really excited. We're working on getting into the new house now. We've had some hiccups, so it's going to be a little bit. But I'm going to keep, putting out content for you guys and bringing useful information into the fold, which is really what this channel is all about. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching, have a great day, and as always, I'll see you next time.